welcome to Canada your new home. ومتابعين معاكم حلقات مصراوي كنداوي للشباب، والنهارده معانا اجمل عازفه فلوت. معانا ناتالي النهارده. Natalie, we're so happy to have you today.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here today.
ناتالي، انا حاسه انا بعرفك من زمان علشان دايما متابعين معاكي ايه الاغاني الجميله والميوزك الجميله اللي مفرحانا بيها على ناتالي جي ميوزك، قناتك في اليوتيوب.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to me.
حبيبتي، احنا النهارده عاوزين نعرف منك ازاي ابتديتي، لان احنا معجبين بحاجه يونيك انت عاملاها. انت بتعزفي الميوزك الشرقي على آلة غربيه. قولي لنا ازاي بقى الموضوع ابتدى معاكي.
Wow, this takes me back. It's a long time ago. Since Canada has a music curriculum, in elementary school we used to kind of study rhythms, and we used to clap to the beat on sheet music, and sometimes we would read the staff. And so that's kind of how I started. That was from grade 1 up until like grade 3. In grade 4, they told us we would start learning recorder, which it's kind of like the flute. It's an open hold instrument, except, well, I guess I'd say it's probably more similar to the clarinet, because it's held like this and it's much shorter.
Oh, nice.
But so yeah, we started with the recorder and the ukulele, and we kind of, did a bit of strumming on that. And then when I got to middle school, since my family was like, oh, you're so passionate about music, they thought of getting me a keyboard.
Nice.
So that's kind of when I got into piano, and I started teaching myself. And God gave me and blessed me with a beautiful, amazing piano teacher. So God bless her. Yeah, she helped me a lot. They told us in middle school that we had to choose a woodwind instrument to play. And woodwind, it could be brass, so it could be like saxophone, trombone, trumpet, or it could be reed or woodwind, so clarinet, or it could be the flute. So I chose the flute because I just loved the sound. As a little kid, I remember always staring at the screen in such awe when there was a flute performance. I'd be like, wow, I really want to play that one day. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's the one I'm gonna pick. So I picked it, and I practiced, and here I am. I also picked up the guitar around the same time that I did the flute. And yeah, again, I was blessed with a family friend that taught me a bit of that. He taught me a bit of chords, a bit of scales, so yeah.
Perfect. And you feel like they are related somehow?
Well, they all speak the same language.
Exactly.
Because music is a language in and of itself, and I could be Egyptian and speak Arabic, and there might be someone else standing next to me that speaks Italian, and we can understand each other and communicate through music. So I really do think that no matter which instrument, they do speak the same language.
Amazing. What a great reflection. And you picked the right instrument. It really suits you, and you are amazing playing it. What should we say to our friends who stopped playing music?
Well, I would tell them to continue, obviously, and never stop. But I really do think it depends on the reason why they stopped. I mean, like, I might be playing, for example, the flute, and I don't really find that my heart is with the instrument. Maybe I'm not drawn to it. Maybe I don't really like the feeling of it. And so, to that I would say, maybe explore all the different types of ranges of instruments. Like I said before, there's hundreds. Like, maybe if I don't like a woodwind instrument, there are a bunch of stringed instruments that I would love. So I think it really just depends. You need to explore your options and discover which instrument that really speaks to you. We always say in music, the instrument, or you don't choose the instrument, but the instrument chooses you. And so I really do think that you should expose yourself and give yourself the opportunity to learn a lot of instruments, and then you can choose which one to play. And of course, there are some people that maybe find it hard, and that might be the reason why they stop or they don't start. And to that, I would probably say everything is difficult in the beginning. Like for me, I remember the first week of trying to play the flute, I could not get a sound out. I was doing this, and I couldn't get a sound out. And so I remember being quite frustrated, but then after that, I got the sound. And then I kept practicing, and then that's how I started, and that's how I discovered my passion for music. So I'd say definitely you need to just continue no matter how hard it gets, and it does get easier over time as you practice.
Awesome. And practice makes perfect. For sure, practice is going to be a key word here. And for those who are struggling financially, because like we know that lots of parents, like they're not working now, we have lots of resources, online resources are available for everybody. If you stopped, please continue. This is a good advice here. We're going to talk about your Arabic. Natalie, I'm so proud of your Arabic. أنا عارفة إن إحنا بنتكلم English لأنه it's more comfortable for us now. بس أنا معجبة جدا بالعربي بتاعك، وبحس إن أنتي very confident كده وعندك ثقة بنفسك وأنتي بتتكلمي العربي. وعملتي معانا لقاء قبل كده على Welcome to Canada Your New Home، كلمة في حب مصر، وكلمتينا بالعربي طول الوقت، كان جميل قوي. النهارده as an example للparents اللي هم بيبقوا خايفين وهم جايين كندا إن أولادهم يفقدوا اللغة العربية وما يعرفوش يتكلموا بالعربي بسبب اللغة الإنجليزية، اللغة الجديدة. قولي لنا إزاي اشتغلتي على العربي عشان تحافظي على المother tongue.
My family, I think, was very, very supportive. My teta, especially. My teta, she really wanted to keep the mother tongue alive in me. So she would buy me like books on Arabic, beginner's books when I was younger, and she would kind of go through with me. We would sit down and we would read and we would write. And that's kind of how I got better. Also the movies and the songs. So I remember as well, every time we watch television, a few years back, I remember I could only understand maybe 20%. So I would keep asking my family, like, what does this mean? What does that expression mean? And they would be very patient and they would help me understand it. So I went from maybe understanding 20% to around 90%. I'm not gonna say 100, but 90%. So yeah, I think that's really helped me.
Natalie, you told us about the importance of a school and the teachers in your life. Yani, can you elaborate on this a little bit more?
Sure. Well, I've had a lot of music teachers. I've had the ones in school, of course, but I think the one that's made the most of a difference to me is Mr. Arthurs. Hi, Mr. Arthurs. my music teacher for high school. Okay. And he's the one that encouraged me, I think, the most. He's the one that I really discovered and grew my passion for music under. And of course, my wonderful piano teacher, she provided me with a lot of resources when I was, still learning how to sight read. And yeah, they've just made such a big difference in my life.
Or positive feedback can make a difference.
Mm-hmm. So, it really does.
Yeah, we'd love to encourage everybody to make differences in each other's life. And as you said about the smiles makes differences, music makes a difference. And you are doing a great impact and a difference in our community, but your joyful music, Natalie. God bless you.
Thank you.
When it comes to academic, Natalie, I'm going to ask you, what do you want to be when, like in your future? What do you want to accomplish after?
In terms of academics, I feel like I've always been drawn to science and technology. Just the art of understanding how the world works was always so appealing to me. I would always be the most attentive, the most interested in science class. So I feel like maybe something in science and technology. I really adore chemistry and physics.
Perfect.
But in terms of music, I'm not going to stop playing ever. Music is a part of me and it always will be. So.
What do you like about the Egyptian culture? Something beside the music.
There's a lot of things. Our Egyptian culture is filled with such depth. There's so much to it. Like, for example, from the ancient civilizations, ancient Egypt, to the movies and the songs, to the comedy, Adil Imam, Muhammad Hinidi, all those people, Muhammad Subhi.
My favorites.
To, of course, the people, to just the food. The food. The food. Yes, definitely. Koshari, I adore.
Mahshi.
Yes, mahshi, yes.
ناتالي، هل في مرة من المرات ماما قالت لك يا ناتالي stop playing music because this like draws you back from studying or like interfering with your academics?
هو بصراحة no.
Good.
I've always been, a hard worker. So I feel like it never took away from studying. And since music actually started out as part of school and I wanted to do well in school, I decided to join the band to get better at my instrument.
Amazing.
So my mom was actually very encouraging. As soon as I said, Mom, I want to join the band, she was like, it's kind of random, but okay. And and she decided to drive me every, Tuesday to after school. Since it's after school, there's no buses. Yeah. So she decided to take it upon herself to encourage me and to drive me always and, always encourage me. I don't think it ever took away from my learning. I think it actually did the opposite. I feel like ever since I started playing the flute, I have returned to working on assignments feeling more energized and refreshed and happy because music is really, it's nourishment to the soul. Wow. So yeah, I definitely think it actually helps.
Perfect. You know why I asked you this question? Because some parents are doing this to their children, and now we want to give an advice to every parent who's watching us today that the extracurricular activities does not take away from the achievements that we do at a school.
Definitely. There are 24 hours in a day, and if 8 of them are sleep and a couple are school, we're not going to spend the rest of the time studying.
Exactly.
So I feel like definitely it's just a question of what you want to do with that other free time. Like, am I gonna sit and watch television the whole time, or do I maybe want to include some sports? Do I maybe want to include some music? So
we talked about the great things and the rich stuff that are in our culture. If I tell you there is something in the community needs to be changed to the better, what would that be?
Well, our community is very nice as is, but I feel like the only thing that I would maybe wish to change for the better would be, people showing each other a little bit of kindness even though they might not know them. So a little smile goes a long way. If someone's having a bad day and you smile and you say, hey, what's up? It goes a long way towards improving someone's mood. And yeah, I just think more of that. That's actually the reason why I started my YouTube channel in the first place, is to spread the joy, because when I was playing instruments by myself in my room, I was like, well, this makes me really happy. And when I would play for my family, they'd also be very happy. So I decided, why not share that happiness with the rest of the people that I may not know? Even though I don't get any financial reward, it's enough seeing or knowing that I can make a difference and make someone smile.
You are doing amazing and you are making the joy for the others. Thank you so much, Natalie, for all the music and all the happiness and all the joy that you're giving to our community. Today, what is the kind of joy that we are going to give to the people who are watching us now?
Today, I'm going to be giving you a little hint of a song I'm preparing. It's by عبد الحليم, أول مرة تحبي قلبي.
Okay, can't wait. Wow, Natalie, that was amazing. We can't wait until we see it on your YouTube channel. We're going to follow Natalie on Natalie G Music, and you have a Facebook page too?
Yes, also Natalie G Music.
We're having so much fun, but we're going to end it with a blessing. We wish you the best in your future. We ask God to bless your talent, your future, and your life. And thank you so much for being with us today, Natalie.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much حبيبتي. And if your child is talented في أي مجال من المجالات, كلمنا علشان نستضيفه معانا في مصراوي كنداوي. هنقول لكل الناس اللي بيتابعونا النهارده Welcome to Canada,
your new home.